This is the weather forecast video for Tuesday, July the 5th, 2011. Let's take a look first at the satellite image from last evening. You can see a complex of thunderstorms to the northwest of the state over Minnesota and South Dakota and into Nebraska, with the next cold front that will be moving into the state later today. Here's the watch warning map from 1 a.m. this morning. You can see severe thunderstorm watches over Minnesota into South Dakota. Otherwise, some flash flood watches over Southern California. The rest of the nation is quiet. Here's the severe weather outlook for today and tonight. A slight risk of severe weather extends from western and southwestern Wisconsin through southern Minnesota, most of Iowa, almost all of Nebraska, northern Kansas, and northern eastern Colorado, and eastern Wyoming, and into Montana. Here is the damaging wind outlook for today and tonight. A standard 15% risk in the slight risk area from Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota westward into the Black Hills and into southeastern Montana. And yes, we did change the map. This is the hail outlook. You didn't see much of a difference because there really isn't one, but it's the same area where there could be a chance of some large hail over 1 inch in diameter. Here's the QPF chart. Precipitation over the next 5 days through Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. Any of the thunderstorms could produce amounts well over what is shown here, but typically about a ½ an inch statewide as an average. Here is the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. today at 500 millibars. You can see a vortex over northern Iowa with a bit of a trough axis just around the state, and you can see some possible showers and thunderstorms maybe in northwest Iowa early in the afternoon. More of the development will occur in late afternoon into the evening as they sweep south and eastward. Wednesday, though, those will be to the east of the state. We should see some dry conditions, maybe an early morning shower over the eastern and southeastern counties, otherwise mostly sunny. Thursday, model wants to bring some moisture back into the state. If there's any, it'll be very isolated and mainly in the southwestern counties. Friday looks to be dry, some moisture north of the state, some south of the state. Temperatures will be seasonal, highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. We move to next weekend, Saturday. Some southerly winds, temperatures will begin to warm, mid 80s to maybe low 90s. Humidities will begin to climb as well. And Sunday, maybe a popcorn shower or storm. Highs in the upper 80s to mid 90s, and dew points will be near 70. Monday, the 11th, some model shows some possible showers and thunderstorms around, likely a 20% chance, with a frontal boundary in the area. And a week from today, on the 12th, you can see the ridge is still over the southern half of the country. Bit of a vortex moving through Nebraska and Colorado, and with that there could be a stationary front as this front stalls out, and that could bring some repeated chances of some showers and thunderstorms by midweek next week. We move further into Voodoo. Here's July the 16th. The heat ridge is back. The 594 ridge is centered over about Joplin. We'll be on the north side of that, and with that there could be a risk of showers and thunderstorms. That's not necessarily that there will be some, there's just a risk of some being in the quote ring of fire unquote. And at the end of the forecast on July the 20th, you see a big trough over central Canada, ridge poking up through Iowa into Wisconsin, and a trough over the eastern part of the country. With that big storm system moving through the Canadian provinces, and some moisture to the south and east of the state, but it looks fairly quiet, at least on this run. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.